Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I am glad you're here. I wanted to take a little bit of time and say thank you to the channel members. Thank you, channel members. I appreciate you more than you know. And then I wanted to just invite any of you that are stopping through. If you're so inclined, please hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification icon. It really helped me out. Today, I want to take a little bit of time and talk about one of the biggest surprises that has come into my house this year. It is a fantastic knife that I picked up from White Mountain Knives Company. There's about to be a cat that walks through here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over here and bribe it with treats so that we can try to get this review in. Hang with me. Sorry about that, guys. Tippy kind of runs the show. But this is the wee Nefaris. I saw this knife on brother Jared Neve's channel. I think he was pretty impressed with it, and it made me want to check it out. And White Mountain Knives happened to have it in stock. I bought it with my money. I did use Javon10, my code, to save 10%. But I love the look of this wicked, sharp, clip point blade. I think it is awesome. It is a numbered series here. This looks like it's 161 of 164, but there are a couple of different colorways. I want to say the blade steel is 20 CV. I'll leave it in the description if I don't see it in here before the end of the end of our little overview here, because I have been 100% blown away by this knife. Whoops, strobe warning, strobe warning. I was seeing if it had the blade steel. I know I'm missing it somewhere. Anyway, I apologize, guys. I think it's 20 CV. Frame lock, buttery action. It's got this real neat flipper tab that's real low profile here, and it's jimped right up on the top. So literally, you start to apply pressure to it, and that blade fires out. I think Jared Neve's only worry was that he thought it might use a larger stop pin. He said that partially joking, but partially not, because it fires out with such authority. It really, I mean, once you clear that detent ball, it is flying out. Whether I finger push it, give it just the tiniest flick. Let me show you guys how sharp it is. I have been cutting with it. I've been carrying it for a little bit over a week. The blade geometry, I think, is set up perfectly. The forward choil is done very well. It literally just glides through material effortlessly. So it's a very fun knife to cut with, I guess is my point. It is a full-size knife, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a hard use knife. I would call it more of a finesse knife. We'll do some size comparisons and get you some dimensions here soon. But when I first started collecting knives, I think my first was the Banter. I went from there to a I don't know what went next, but I've got a nice collection of Wii's. I've got the Vision, not the Vision, maybe it is the Vision, the little Snecks. I hit that on my finger. And I have a Roxy, Roxy. I have a Fornix, and several knives made by that are OEM by And this, I think, by far, even though it's a simple designed knife, I think by far this is the smoothest and most impressive that I've got in my collection, and that's this Nefaris. It is very thin, two slabs of titanium with nice weight relief, a really cool back spacer that integrates with this little pin that can be used as a doodad loop. Very, very nice milling on both sides here, both the top and the bottom. Again, really nice jimping for the regular grip. If I choke up to the choil, I've got access right to this poon. Stonewash blade with literally a splinter picker tip, and just an absolute joy. I mean, it really is. I haven't taken it apart yet, haven't needed to, but it is the smoothest, finest that I've got in my collection. I'm definitely glad that I picked it up. I will definitely keep it in my collection. I will definitely consider it a highly recommendable knife if you're looking for something in this size and this price range. I forget exactly what it was, but I'll leave a link to where I purchased it at White Mountain Knives. And then you can put the Javon 10 or your favorite code in there, save 10% if this knife's something you're interested in. I think they're in stock, but I'm not sure. They will be coming back in stock though. Let's do a couple of quick size comparisons so you guys can see that this is a full size knife. First will be the Cold Steel 8010. My 4Max will be coming back shortly, but it's smaller than the 8010. And it'll be coming back with some extra pizzazz, by the way. I've sent it and several other knives to a buddy, but we'll do a special video on those. And that's it next to the Civivi Baby Banter. So it's much bigger than the Baby Banter, a little bit smaller than the Cold Steel 8010. Look at it next to a Benchmade Bug Out. It's going to be bigger than the Benchmade Bug Out, but I do want to point out the blade stock. You guys can see that, and the handle width, but it is much shorter or much longer than the Benchmade Bug Out. And let's look at it next to the Paramilitary 2, the Spyderco. And it's just about a quarter to a half inch smaller than the Para 2. But again, when we look at blade stock, much thinner, handle, much thinner, or thinner. The clip works very, very well. It goes, and I'm wearing some thick pants, but it goes in and out of pocket very easily. The clip works very, very well. I don't know who the designer is, but I like the three dots there. It does not have any designer mark or maker's mark. All it has is the "we" on the clip, which makes me think this may be an internal design. And again, I don't see the blade steel anywhere. 161 of 165 of this colorway. So again, extremely smooth, extremely thin, and fires like my Liang Ma Field Duty EDC. I mean, this knife has some of the bangingest, in a good way, detent that I've experienced. It is right around 8 1/4, we'll call it. We'll call the blade from this furthest point here 3.5 inches. We will call the cutting area 3 1/4. We will measure the handle at 4 3/4. And then we will measure from our choil to the back handle there at 4 3/4. That's this dimension right here. And then your dimension right here is actually 3 3/4. So that would be this back grip. This is 3 3/4 inch grip. Again, great access to the lock bar. It's not really milled down much, but I don't know if you can see that. It's got a nice, very, very slight milling, and you can literally just go straight for the lock bar without any issue. The hole, the deployment hole is set up in my opinion, perfectly because it gives your finger plenty of room to grab and it doesn't give you any chance to slip through. And again, if you don't like to finger flip, I have just as much or get just as much pleasure from using this little low profile flipper tab. So guys, let's get a weight on this bad boy. Well, I'll tell you what we need to do too, is we probably need to see how thick our blade stock is and how thick our handle is. So this blade stock at the back on the jimps, 0.1245 up towards the tip, 0.0285. Guys, this thing is thin. It is slashy. And the handle thickness is 0.46. So 0.46, I think we said it was 8¼ inches. Let's see how much it weighs. .15 ounces. Whoop, did it move? Yep, 4.15 ounces. So very reasonably weighted for the size of the knife. And again, to me, it is a full-sized slicing, cutting champ of a knife. I've got other ways. I've got like the mini, what is it, my button lock, the mini malice. I've got too many knives to remember, guys, but this is amongst all the knives that I've got, one of my faves. It is thin, low profile. It has a detent that is just dialed. And it flies open. I love the shape. That's very subjective, but my opinion of it is it's a mad win. I'm a huge fan. Guys, I'm really, really thankful that y'all watch my content, that you enjoy the content. I hope I can continue to bring you good content. And I do invite you, if you haven't yet, to please hit that subscribe button. It would help. You can give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if you'd like. But most importantly, thank you, and look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.